You think love is just a feeling. It's not. Right now, if you're in love or you've ever been in love, your brain is not the same brain you had before it happened. Not metaphorically. Literally. And most people never realize this is happening to them. Think about the last time you were falling for someone. You checked your phone every few minutes. You replayed one sentence they said, over and over, like it was the only thing that mattered that day. You couldn't focus on work. You couldn't sleep right. You felt this strange mix of pure happiness and low-grade panic, all at the same time. And somewhere in the back of your mind, you probably thought, why am I acting like this? I'm a grown adult. Here's the truth. You weren't acting irrational. You were running on a completely different operating system. When you fall in love, your brain doesn't just feel something. It changes its own chemistry. Dopamine floods your reward system, the same system involved in addiction. That's why you crave that person like a craving for something you can't get enough of. One text from them and you feel a little hit of relief. No text, and you feel this itch you can't quite explain. At the same time, your brain lowers serotonin. Low serotonin is linked to obsessive thinking. That's the actual chemical reason you can't stop thinking about them. It's not weakness. It's biology quietly rewriting your focus. And here's the part almost nobody knows. Early-stage romantic love actually looks like anxiety in a brain scan. The regions that light up when you're falling for someone overlap heavily with the regions that light up during stress and fear. That means the fluttering feeling in your chest isn't just excitement. It's your nervous system treating this person as something urgent, something your brain has decided matters for your survival. Which sounds dramatic, until you realize that for most of human history, it kind of was about survival. Bonding meant protection, resources, and raising children who lived long enough to pass on your genes. Your brain doesn't know it's the year 2026. It's still running very old software. So when you feel like you can't think straight around someone you like, that's not a character flaw. That's your brain treating a relationship like a life or death priority, the same way it treats hunger or danger. Now here's where it gets even stranger. Love doesn't just change how you feel. It changes what you actually see. Studies on couples show that when you're deeply attached to someone, the brain regions responsible for critical judgment, the parts that normally help you evaluate people, actually quiet down when you look at your partner. In plain language, love doesn't just make you overlook their flaws. It temporarily switches off the part of your brain that's supposed to notice flaws in the first place. This is why your friends can see the red flags in your relationship long before you can. It's not that you're blind. It's that your brain has, in a very real sense, gone offline in that one specific area. And this explains something almost everyone has experienced, looking back at an old relationship, years later, and thinking, how did I not see that? How did I not notice how badly that person treated me? You weren't stupid. You were chemically incapable of seeing it clearly in that moment because your brain had prioritized bonding over judgment. But here's the part that changes everything. This intense, obsessive, anxious version of love is not permanent. It's not supposed to be. The brain state you feel in the first few months of falling for someone is designed to fade. Dopamine levels come back down. Serotonin regulates. That obsessive thinking, the checking your phone every 5 minutes, the inability to concentrate, it settles. And here's the twist most people misunderstand completely. When people say the spark is gone after a year or two together, they usually think something has gone wrong. Nothing has gone wrong. Your brain has just finished its job. That intense early stage was never meant to last. It was your brain's way of forcing a strong initial bond, fast, so two people would stay close long enough to build something real. Once the bond is formed, your brain doesn't need to keep you in a state of low-level panic anymore, so it lets go. What replaces it is quieter. Long-term attachment relies more on a different chemical, oxytocin, sometimes called the bonding hormone. It's the same chemical released when a mother holds her newborn child. It's connected to comfort, safety, and trust instead of obsession and craving. This is why long-term love feels calmer than new love. It's not weaker. It's a completely different system in your brain, built for a completely different purpose. New love is built to capture your attention. Long-term love is built to keep you regulated, calm, and steady next to another person. And this explains something almost everyone secretly worries about at some point. If long-term love feels calmer, quieter, even boring compared to the beginning, Does that mean it's dying? No, it means it evolved. The problem is, our culture constantly shows us the beginning of love. Movies end at the wedding. Songs are about falling, not staying. So we grow up thinking that dopamine-driven obsession is what real love is supposed to feel like forever. When it fades, naturally, on schedule, right on time, biologically, people panic. They think something is wrong with their partner, or with them, or with the relationship itself. Most of the time, nothing is wrong. Your brain just moved from the chemistry of chasing someone to the chemistry of actually having them. And here's the part that might be the strangest of all. Long-term couples who stay deeply connected for decades show something researchers didn't expect. Some of their brain scans, when looking at a long-term partner, still show activity in the same reward regions as early romantic love, not the anxiety part, just the reward part. Meaning, it's possible to keep some of the magic of new love layered on top of the calm of old love, but only in relationships where people keep actively choosing each other. Attention keeps a bond alive, not just time. So the next time you feel that dizzy, obsessive, can't focus feeling for someone new, remember what it actually is. Not proof of true love. Just your ancient brain, doing its ancient job, moving fast because it always thought love was urgent. And the next time love feels calm, familiar, maybe even a little quiet, remember what that means too. It's not the end of the spark. It's what the spark was always building toward.